Okay, so you're thinking about climbing Mount Kilimanjaro.
Sounds like it. Yeah, always a popular one.
We've got all your ultimate Kilimanjaro hiking adventure stuff right here.
Mm-hmm.
And, wow, looking at this, I'm already kind of feeling that mountain calling me, you know.
Yeah, I get that. It's a pretty powerful image, that mountain. And it's a really popular goal. A lot of people dream of climbing Kilimanjaro.
And this material's making it sound pretty doable, too. Unforgettable, hassle-free. Makes you think, maybe I could actually do this.
And you know what? A lot of people can. That's the thing about Kilimanjaro. It's the highest peak in Africa, right? But you don't have to be like a super athlete to climb it.
Really? You always hear about people training for like months, years even, to climb these huge mountains.
Well, yeah, for Everest and stuff, sure. But Kilimanjaro, it's considered pretty accessible, especially for people in, decent shape. You don't need any like crazy technical climbing skills.
That's interesting. So it's not like rock climbing, ropes, all that.
Nope. Not a technical climb. It's more about endurance, really. And being able to adjust to the altitude, which, that's a biggie.
Altitude sickness, yeah.
Yeah.
Heard about that.
Yeah.
So the trails are, pretty well established?
Oh, yeah. Very well established. And there are different routes you can take, each with its own, personality, But yeah, it's mainly trekking, hiking, just obviously uphill and at high altitude.
Okay, starting to get a clearer picture. So less Spider-Man, more like determined hiker.
Pretty much. And that's what makes it, relatively affordable, too.
Right, because this material mentions affordable, but I was thinking climbing a mountain, that can't be cheap.
Well, it depends. You've got options. You can do like a group trek. That's usually more budget friendly. Or you can go all out, private expedition, luxury all the way.
But somewhere in between is where most people probably land. And that's where these all-inclusive packages come in, I'm guessing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what your material highlights, right? And that's a popular way to do it. Everything's taken care of. Permits, camping gear, food, porters.
Porters. Now, for those of us who haven't climbed a mountain before, what exactly does a porter do?
Oh, they're essential. Porters are locals who help carry gear, supplies, sometimes even personal belongings. Takes a huge load off you, literally, so you can focus on the climb.
Makes sense. Don't want to be lugging a giant backpack up a mountain.
Exactly. And they know the mountain, the routes, the conditions. Really valuable part of the team.
So, all right, let's say we're convinced we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
When's the best time to actually climb Kilimanjaro?
Timing is pretty important. You want to aim for the dry seasons. June to October, that's one window. Or January to February.
Because of the weather, obviously.
Exactly. Weather on the mountain can be unpredictable, but those dry seasons are generally your best bet. More stable conditions. Safer and more comfortable, too.
Okay, dry seasons noted. Now, I got to ask about the trails themselves. This material mentions awe-inspiring trails, which, come on, how could they not be? But are there different routes you can take? Like, which ones are the most popular?
Oh, yeah, there are several routes, each with its own character. The Masham route, that's a really popular one.
Why that?
It's known for being super scenic, really diverse landscapes. You go through rainforest, you see volcanic landscapes, you even cross alpine desert. It's stunning.
Wow. Okay, I'm picturing it. Rainforest, volcanoes, desert, all on one climb. Sounds pretty amazing.
It is. It's challenging, though, this route, but worth it for the views, a lot of people say.
So that's for the more adventurous climber, maybe. What about something a little less intense?
Well, the Morango route, that's considered one of the easier ones, sometimes called the Coca-Cola route.
Coca-Cola route? Why is that?
I think it's because, back in the day, you could actually buy Coca-Cola along the route. Not sure if that's still true, but the name stuck.
Okay, interesting. So easier route, maybe less dramatic scenery?
Yeah, the scenery is still beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's a more gradual ascent and descent, and you stay in huts instead of camping, so less rugged overall.
So it really comes down to personal preference then?
Yeah.
How much of a challenge you want, what kind of scenery you're after?
Exactly. But no matter which route you choose, there's one thing to keep in mind.
Okay, what's that?
Being a responsible trekker. You're a visitor on this mountain, It's important to leave it as you found it.
Right, environmentally conscious, leave no trace.
Exactly. Pack out all your waste, respect the local communities and their customs, and choose tour operators who prioritize eco-friendly practices. It's about protecting Kilimanjaro for everyone, now and in the future.
That's such a crucial point. It's amazing to dream of reaching the summit, but it's equally important to think about how we can climb responsibly, sustainably, so that, future generations can have that same incredible experience.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that's a perfect place to leave it for today. Climbing Kilimanjaro, it's not just about the physical challenge. It's about respecting the mountain, the environment, and the people who call it home. Something to think about, right?
Definitely something to think about.